Another strategy for using Prezi in your classroom is to do writing workshops and show students how to organize an essay. I found that if I want to take a really well-written essay that ends up being 3 to 5 pages long, and I want to show students all the pieces of it, I can't do that in one setting. It's all text and it's very boring. And so what I've done is I created a Prezi for something else. It was a persuasive Prezi for the superintendent on the idea of moving to a Valence calendar. And I worked very hard on the organization of this Prezi. And so I actually used this Prezi later on to show my students how to organize a good essay. I'm going to very quickly go to that Prezi. There we go. Make it big. All right. There we go. All right, so this is the Prezi that I created. What I want to do is I want to show students that you can organize your ideas. You can have information, you can have citations, you can have images, all of this stuff that you have as pieces of facts in your essay, and you need to be able to organize it. So this part that says Valence calendar is my introduction. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3 paragraphs, and then my conclusion. And so I showed my kids that even when you're doing something in presentation form, you still want to have good organization. So I'm going to run you through a little bit of the introduction for this Prezi, and I'll go through it fast, so you probably won't be able to read everything. But you can see that it's a lot more interesting than just going through an essay and reading through it and saying, okay, look at this piece. What does this piece do? And so here's the Valence calendar. Okay, so we've got, starting with a quote, and I cite my source, and I piece that quotation and I separate it with pictures. And I give them the first part of this presentation, and I do it with the voice so that they can hear me talking. And they get the persuasive part with the pictures in there. And so you get, and here comes my thesis statement. Okay. And I get all of these great comments that I really use the images well, and that they don't get to use images in theirs. But I tell them that the point is they are supposed to make me see what they see, and that's what good writing is. And so this lets me go through and show them different pieces. And I build and build and build until, yay, summer vacation. And so I build up this argument. Okay. And this goes on for a little bit. The point being that I get my introductory paragraph in here, I set the stage, I have a good thesis, I show that there's problems and a solution, and that's the organization of my essay. Okay, then I would go through each of the 3 body paragraphs with its pieces of information, and then my conclusion paragraph. And so I can go through and say, all right, what worked, what didn't, and then we extrapolate that and move it to how would you write it in your essay. Students can also use Prezi to do the background organization for an essay. It's very simple to use, and so if they have a bunch of research that they're doing and they want to put it in little chunks like this, so here's this chunk, here's this chunk, here's this chunk, and then organize how they want it to go, they can do that too, and Prezi works really well for that. So that is using Prezi to writing workshop an essay.